Star Trek conventions. I have to say, living in England, living in Europe, we don't really have that much Star Trek convention going on, but when we have, we love to get there and we love to be part of the fun and meet the cast, meet the characters, and meet other Trekkies who we are so generally sci-fi fans. This weekend I happened to be in Southampton, the SciFi Ball Convention. That was the 24th SciFi Ball Convention. I always missed the notifications from Twitter and also all from the social media feeds, and I always missed going there. But yesterday I happened to go there and I had an amazing fun in this event. It was done in Southampton. From London it took like 2.5–3 hours to get there, but it's worth every minute of traveling. I happened to be in Star Trek Destination last year. I'm planning to go this year with fellow Trekkies all around England to be part of the destination event in Birmingham. But this one was quite unique in a sense because this was a smaller convention. I've been many fans over the years, and they always said the smaller conventions are more friendly, the actors are more engaging, and they just like to mingle around as well, not just, you know, in big conventions like Destination Star Trek, you're just next in line and go fast and money. That's how it works. But that's not because of the actors, that's because of the organizers and how much I'm looking forward to go Destination Star Trek. It's still way away. So this weekend was really a great opportunity to actually go down and listen to your favorite Star Trek or Doctor Who actors and actresses. So the event was really cool. We had stage talks, I seen lots of props, I seen the Knight Rider car kit from the series Knight Rider, plenty of Daleks. There was even a Brit set up that you could actually have your photos taken, and even a transporter pad where you could actually have photos taken as well. So it was really interesting to see that in the ground level. And there was a mezzanine floor where it was in a hotel, by the way, but there was a second floor where they had other props and other some sort of exhibition pieces that you could actually see. Plus there was a Lego and gaming zone. The Lego zone was interesting. I took quite a few pictures from there. There was a huge Enterprise built up by Lego and with a phaser and the communicator. It was just so nice to see, you know, Star Trek and other sci-fi and geek related things all together packed in build Lego. Obviously the highlights of this convention is always the talks and meeting the cast and meeting each other. Well, I had so much fun listening to Gary Graham, Terry Farrell and Vic Mignogna and Chris Doohan during their panel. It's also really interesting in a sense because these small conventions actually, they can get surprised, like, wow, I never heard this before, this is brilliant, and you know, they actually appreciate it when someone come up with a more of a controversial question.
Can it get lost in a franchise?
I mean, you know, like you're in Star Trek, do people forget that in the sort of way, you know what I mean? Because everyone just gets lost in the whole concept of it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And I love these conventions. I love Star Trek conventions because you get questions like that. I compliment you on that. That's a great question. Because yes, they can. They can get, and it doesn't have to even be a franchise, it could be a one-of. It could be a certain movie that starts getting a lot of hoopla, and you haven't completed the role yet, and yet it's getting a lot of hoopla, and you start getting full of yourself, and you start believing your breath, and you start extrapolating down into the future. You start wondering, what's this going to do for your future? As you're working on stage, and you're not supposed to have afterthoughts. Career thoughts are for later on, talking over with your agent, you know, negotiating a deal or the next deal. When you're on stage, or in front of a camera, your job, and your only job is to be real and present, and let your heart open, let your vulnerabilities come to the forefront and help drive the scene and serve the story. Your job is to serve the story. And you don't serve your story when you're thinking of selfish thoughts about your career and when you start thinking about the franchise, and Star Trek is huge, and I'm proud and honored to be a part of this family and amongst my friends. You guys aren't just fans, you guys are friends, you know, friends of mine. We're united in this love for this great thing that that Roddenberry brought out with us long ago.
And obviously I don't have to say these talks are recorded, so I'm going to have them released in the next couple of days. I have to tweak it a little bit because I was sitting in the back end and sometimes the quality is not as good when I put them on full screen, so yeah, we'll have to think about that. But the talks will be available on the channel in the next couple of days, and you will be able to watch it, and I hope you will enjoy it as much as I did and we did in the audience. The Chris Duhan and Vic Mignogna talk was just truly amazing, and it was just such a nice experience to experience that love, that passion that they have for Star Trek. When you will see the talks, some of them are a little bit less than an hour. You will see Vic is basically a ball of joy, and all of them such a down-to-earth person. You don't have to fear when you walk up to them like, oh my god, it's gonna be Gary Graham, or oh my god, it's gonna be Terry Farrell. No, they're so nice. They are like going to your family members, and well, basically Star Trek is a big family, and we got to know them from the screen over the years, and they became our family members, and they became part of our family. So meeting them, it feels like meeting an old cousin or meeting an old brother or someone who you've seen a long time ago. A special shout out for Andrew Keats and the Sci-Fi Ball organizers to allow me to make an interview with all of these guests. So next week I'm going to have a short interview segment uploaded as well with Vic Mignogna and Chris Duhan talking about Star Trek continues, and their involvement and their passion about Star Trek continues and Star Trek in general. Plus I had a chance to sit down with Gary Graham as well, and we talked a little bit about Alien Nation, his other works, and obviously about Star Trek Enterprise as well. So I'm really looking forward to share all of these interview bits and all of the talks with you guys in the next couple of days. And I hope you're gonna enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it. But apart from the talks and interviews, I had a really good time to interact with everyone, all of the fans, meeting so many awesome people, and just getting a little chat with them, their love about Star Trek, and even in some cases their hate about Star Trek, because obviously Star Trek Discovery came up to the air, and I still get a really mixed and diverse opinion on the series. I'm sort of undecided at this moment still, but there's a lot of people who actually hate it, a lot of people who doesn't care about it, and a lot of people who actually loves it. So overall, I really enjoyed myself in this convention. It was really well organized. It was really interesting, and I have to say I really enjoyed the parts when I was able to talk with people from all over the country and talking about Star Trek, that franchise that we all can relate to and we all love. And also I really enjoyed sitting in the conventions and just listening to how the actors are expressing themselves and being deadly honest about what they do and how they do, and it's just such an interesting personal level that you can get in these conventions. So if you're anywhere close to any conventions, I would recommend to go, even if you don't buy autographs or something. I would still recommend to go because it's such an interesting atmosphere that you can get in these conventions. So that was it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, the new videos and the 2 special interviews will be available in the channel soon during next week. Don't know when yet because my crazy work schedule doesn't really allow me to edit a lot, and sometimes when I come home it's just I'm dead and I have to sleep in order to get up, and that's another story for another day. So anyhow, videos will be uploaded next week. Obviously we're gonna get a Star Trek Discovery reaction tomorrow as well, and hopefully I can get back to my character data files in order as well, but I just need some more time, sleep. So that was it for today, guys. Again, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to receive all the geekiness every week. And until next time, live long and prosper.